This is Alex Habersham, publisher of the Macon, Middle Georgia Black Pages. I am so excited about our new website, www.maconblackpages.com. So if in fact you're interested in finding an African American business by category, you go to www.maconblackpages.com and think Black Pages first.
Blackpages.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Lee, owner of Lee Insurance and Notary Services. I assist businesses and individuals with finding affordable insurance solutions for their auto, home, life, or business insurance. Contact me today to give me an opportunity to earn your business. My number is 478-254-9858. Lee Insurance and Notary Services, always honest, always fair.
There are a lot of things that we kind of take for granted that we can do something about, really, that can make our life much better. And too often we do not really pay enough attention when we hear about factors that can affect how we live all our lives early on. And then sometimes, it's like getting a colonoscopy. If you get them early on, then if in fact you do have some problems, then if you catch it early, then it's highly likely, you're probably saying a 95% chance of survival. However, if you wait until it's really grown, or if you wait too long, then your chances of being successful with survival will be greatly diminished. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
That same principle applies to credit and having a good credit score. So if you kind of be aware of the role that credit plays in your life and really almost every facet of your life, where you live, how much interest you pay, what kind of car you drive, what kind of job you get. A lot of us don't realize that one's credit score, one's credit record plays an important role in that today. And I know it makes you happy for me to have somebody with me today whose mission, whose goal, whose objective, whose purpose, whose activities deal on a daily basis with improving credit. And that young man is Mr. Daquanis. I called him DQ yesterday. Does anybody else call you that?
I have had that happen.
Okay.
DQ or either Q.
Q, Daquanis Harvey, who is with Project Hope. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm outstanding, sir.
Good,
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit, first of all, before we talk about this 700 credit score that you're going to talk about a little later. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a native of Macon, born and raised, went off to Savannah State University, came back, got into the banking business, and was very successful in banking. But one of the things that I couldn't do in banking was actually help individuals obtain those loans that we were giving out. So I would take a piece and give little tidbits to kind of help them out along the way, and then after months it would come back to me. For me, that was a way to generate business. As well as helping those individuals, but it gave an opportunity to help them succeed as well. After doing that for a little bit over 10 years. Now,
they were denied these loans because of that?
Credit.
Okay.
Credit. Denied loans because of credit. Mismanagement of money, too. And so debt to income, mismanagement of money. I was able to build my book of business because I was right here on Pine Avenue. And that's in the heart of 500 credit score communities.
Wow.
And so for me to compete with those folks in Warren Robins, Centerville and places like that, I had to build that community around me in order to build my book of business too. And so in doing so, teamed up with Dr. James Bumpus, who asked me to look into Operation Hope. And in doing so, I saw that was a purpose where I could actually still generated income, but I could help folks along the way and not be penalized for helping those folks. And so that brought me to Operation Hope, and finding the mission and understanding that mission is really what drives me pretty much every day.
What is Operation Hope?
It's a nonprofit that's geared towards adult financial literacy. What we do right now, we're in Project 5117, and with Project 5117, we are looking to empower 5 million youth. 1 million will have an opportunity to start their own business through our Banking on Our Future. Well, 5 million users banking on our future, but Hope Business in the Box will actually show 1 million youth how to start their own business. That's one leg. The other leg is we have 1,000 startup locations like we have in the Boca Melton Community Center. And then the 7, of course, is for 700 credit score communities, where we're looking to empower a community by starting with credit, but of course we lead that into money management and so forth.
Okay. Now, so why is that important? No, let's talk individually as it relates to why one's credit scores. I mean, I think everybody realizes, because, they'll say, well, my credit ain't the best. Mm-hmm. But what are the areas that one's credit score can influence in their lives?
Well, I'll start with jobs. Right now, your high-paying jobs, they're going to pull credit. Your products, meaning insurance, whether that be auto, life insurance is pulling into.
You mean that affects the kind of insurance you can buy?
That affects not the type of insurance, but the amount that you pay for.
That's what
insurance.
I mean. That's
right.
what I mean. Yeah.
Utilities, your regular electric bills, water bills. It affects auto insurance. I think I mentioned it already, but auto insurance. You pay on auto insurance too. So it affects more than just being able to go out and get products. It affects our everyday lives as well.
Right. Buying a house.
Buying a house. And dignity. See, that's the big thing. I think we lost the fact that credit allows an individual to really take back that dignity. And what I mean by that is that when you have a 700 credit score, you sort of talk different. You act different. You walk into a dealership or a place and you won't accept a 13% interest rate on an automobile loan. I mean, you're going to demand a better product and a better service. So it affects us as far as our dignity as well.
That's outstanding. So, I mean, what kind of specific activities are involved in trying to, what do you all do? If and when a client comes to you, who really, I guess the first thing you have to do, the first thing in trying to come up with a solution to a problem is identifying the problem. A lot of folk don't understand, what needs to happen as it relates to their credit. So, walk me through the process of a client. First of all, I know they got to be willing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got to be out of denial.
That's right.
They say I got good credit when you check it. It comes up at 435. Last time I checked, that's denial.
That's right.
So what does one need to do on a serious note to try to improve his or her credit score?
Well, as far as Operation Hope, we try to get everybody to go to the workshops first. We have workshops 2, maybe 3 times out of the month. In those workshops, we talk about credit and ways to improve it for those individuals that want to try it on their own. So we try to empower you that way.
What you mean try it on their own?
Well, we'll give you a booklet, and it's very detailed. So you can actually take that booklet and you can use that booklet in order to improve your own credit score. You don't actually have to come to Operation Hope. But as a coach, it's my job to actually walk you through that process. So I encourage you to come to me, but you can do it on your own. For those that are a little too proud to come in, they can actually do it on their own.
Right.
So the workshops are first.
Now that's a factor, isn't it? Because
it is.
In order for me to show up at the workshop, then I gotta acknowledge that that I need help. Which, hey man, Ain't nothing wrong with asking for help if you need help.
You need help. That's right.
Matter of fact, that's a sign of intelligence. It reminds me of, some kids, in a classroom who won't ask a question because of the kind of reaction that they think they'll get from their classmates, when in fact their classmates, wonder the same thing.
That's right.
So just like it's nothing wrong with asking a question, I would think that you think that there's nothing wrong with seeking assistance in an area that you need assistance.
That's right. In fact, I found that some folks would rather pay to be discreet. $99 to some other companies, $1,500 in some cases I've seen. Yeah, to actually have the credit improved when they can actually join with Operation Hope, have a private coach who will actually give you a credit score. We're not hiding anything from you. So we're not sending letters on a continuous basis to try to get things to fall off. We're actually working with you. We're calling creditors as well, negotiating those debts, trying to get them settled for pennies on the dollars.
Operation Hope does this.
Yes. So we're basically walking with you throughout the process, so you're not out there alone. We don't, like I said, we don't take the letters and just send them off and things like that. That's not really empowering the individual. We believe in teaching the individual to fish so that they can actually pay it forward. Children, you're starting to change dynamics because out of love, we do pass on ignorance. And
say that again.
Out of love, we pass on ignorance. I mean, we're trying to do the right thing by our children, but
we love them, but we give them the wrong way.
We give them bad advice. That's right.
Wow. Well, that's very interesting. Okay, now let's talk about credit score enhancement and improvement possibilities. Like some people I've heard that that there could be some wrong information on your credit score. I've heard that I know that there is a process involved in trying to get it addressed and a procedure involved in trying to make sure that it's correct. What happens with that?
Well, I don't know the exact number, but I think it's about 70% of all Americans have some type of error on their credit report. Wow. At one point, that was the number. I don't know what it is today, but that's still pretty high. That means that more than half of us have something on our credit report that's incorrect. And so for those that want to do it on their own, they can always go to annualcreditreport.com.
Say that again?
Annualcreditreport.com. They can actually pull that credit report and they can view their own personal file. Anything that looks to be out of the ordinary, like previous addresses, inquiries that you didn't make, those things can be disputed on the annualcreditreport.com. But of course, if you come to Operation Hope, then we will walk you through that, and we'll make those calls or generate those letters for you in order to get those things removed.
Okay, so if you go to annualcreditreport.com and you happen to detect that there is a problem, on your credit score, then they should call DQ or Daquanis Harvey.
That's right.
And what number?
The office number is 478-741-9881.
You single?
No.
Okay, well then, don't give out your cell number.
Well, it's a work sale. It's a work sale. So